awaiting their diplomas and the start of their lives at the next step of the journey. As a part of that celebration, we have some words of encouragement that are being offered by their classmates. The first salutatorian address today will be given by Ms. Megan Harris.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Orange County High School graduating class of 2014. 4 years ago, this class began the transition from our very awkward middle school years to our gradually less awkward, challenging, and inspiring high school years. I know for me, this transition was incredibly daunting. I was a small, nerdy freshman girl who simply wanted to make it through each day. Now, I am still a small, nerdy girl, but as I stand here on the finish line with my fellow classmates, I can see the difference 4 years has made. As I was writing this speech, I really began to question what has been the point of high school? What has been the point of these last 4 years? What is the point of you sitting here listening to yet another graduation speech? The point is this. It is the amount of growth and achievement our class has accomplished over the last 4 years. From JROTC bringing home numerous trophies, to the marching band winning time after time, to the field hockey team making it to states this year, our class and each individual student has had their own accomplishments. No one person is the same they were 4 years ago. We have all grown and matured into young adults. We would not be here without endless support. So thank you, staff, teachers, and most importantly, parents, for helping us each step of the way. The point is the lifelong friendships we have made. Think back to the Friday night football game with Caleb wagging his Hornet costume stinger, the referees calming the swarm during the volleyball games, and the way our school has shown support for the Cannon family. Think back to your favorite homecoming parade, prom night, or school theater production, and the friends you have shared these accomplishments with. The point is the diversity this high school is made of, and how it brings us together as one family. High school is the time when everyone is trying to fit in, yet everyone is becoming their own unique person. No one person's story is exactly the same. Everyone is different, and everyone is important. No person's journey from here on out will be exactly what they are planning. Whether you are meant to be a particle physicist, a heart surgeon, or the best mom and dad you can be, this is the time to be you. Be brilliant in whatever you choose to do. Don't shy away from challenges, and don't be afraid to jam out in your car at a stoplight, no matter what looks other drivers are giving you.
I agree.
Over the past 4 years, we have each brought out our own unique personalities, strengths, and weaknesses into this school. We have challenged the ideas of current issues, set our own goals, and left lasting impacts on those around us. We have brought all of these things together and meshed it into this one crazy place called high school. And we can all say we made it. So, class of 2014, as you go out into this world, always remember to be bold, be brilliant, but most importantly, be your own unique you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Megan. We also have a co-salutatorian this year. The next address will be given by Mr. David Woods.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All of us have made it through 4 years of high school, an achievement to be proud of, but we couldn't have done it without our friends. I'll admit, when I first moved here from Wisconsin 4 years ago, I had a bit of trouble understanding what a lot of you were saying, because here, roof sounds something like roof, and plague like flag. Overall, I just wasn't having a great time with small town Orange. I tried to build my school from Wisconsin up on a pedestal on the basis of the 2 or 3 people I actually got along with there that may or may not have actually been my friends. Gradually, however, I began to notice something important. Yes, the world is full of jerks. Yes, people can be idiots. They're everywhere though, not just in Orange, but in Wisconsin, New York, and all over the world. Yet along with these people, both intelligent and stupid, that try to make your life miserable, there will be people that constantly brighten your day. You see, it doesn't really matter where you are, something that's taken me a while to realize, and that I maybe still have yet to accept. Rather, it's the people you surround yourself with that shape you, and there will be people worthy of that, whether intellectually, athletically, or socially, any place you go. Because there are 7 billion people in this world. Think about that for a second. There are more human beings than the number of years the sun has shone. And sitting among you is at least one other person to whom you can relate and respect. Now, the size of the world should both excite and humble us, because this means more opportunities, more friends, more people who can understand us, like me and my supposedly insulting compliment. And, well, it means immense challenges. We should be all the more eager to meet these challenges because of what successfully meeting them will bring. Yet we must also remember that the immense size of the world, 2 to the 22 times the size of our graduating class to be exact, means we will no longer be the center of attention. Globalization, that annoying thing that kept popping up on history tests, and that up till now we've tried very hard to ignore, has connected the world in ways reminiscent of a UPS commercial. The destiny of a worker in Belize affects my destiny affects yours, your destiny that of a worker in China. But rather than being discouraged by the challenges life holds for us, we should go and meet them with vigor. While devoting our lives to whichever higher cause we choose, we can continue to retain a sense of meaning in life by keeping connections with family and friends and all the new people we meet working toward a goal parallel with ours. So while we consider the consequences of the global economy and global politics, we should surround ourselves with those we can relate to, confide in, and trust. And I really cannot believe I'm going to say this. Have fun.
He's a goofy one.
Thank you, David. It now gives me tremendous pleasure to introduce to you the senior class valedictorian, Mr. Tanner Kelson.
Oh.
Good morning. In preparing for this day, my first thought that I did not want to sound like an idiot and lay false to this accomplishment that we have all achieved. Therefore, I scourged through many inspirational quotes that I could share with you. Thoreau, Kennedy, Gandhi, Frost, and Churchill. While many had deep meaning and would have helped to support our intellectual accomplishment, I landed on 2 very unscholarly pieces of writing that I would like to share with you. The first was a list compiled by advice columnist Ann Landers, who had the job of answering simple questions posed by weekly readers. She compiled a top 10 list for young emerging adults that I thought worthy list of advice for us here today. Bill Gates also used this list when addressing graduates when giving a commencement address. This list is as follows. Number 1, life is not fair. The average teenager uses the phrase, life is not fair, 86 times a month. Number 2, the real world won't care as much about your self-esteem as your school does. This may come as a shock. Number 3, sorry, you won't make $40,000 a year right out of high school. And you won't be vice president either.
You may even have to wear a uniform that doesn't have a designer label. Number 4, if you think your teacher is tough, wait until you get a boss. Number 5, flipping burgers is not beneath your dignity. Your grandparents had a different word for flipping burgers. They called it opportunity. Number 6, it's not your fault if you messed up. You're responsible. This is the flip side of, it's my life and you're not my boss. Number 7, before you were born, your parents weren't boring. They got that way listening to you and paying your bills. Number 8, life is not divided into 9 weeks, and you don't get summers off, not even spring break. You are expected to show up every day for 8 hours, and you don't get a new life every semester. Number 9, if you don't succeed, do it like your mother told you. And number 10, school may be outcome-based, but life isn't. In school, you're given as many times as you want to get the answer right. Standards are set low enough so everyone can meet them. This, of course, bears not the slightest resemblance of anything in real life, as you will find out. While this list could be summed up as the graduate's guide to real life, we have actually been preparing and guided for more than a decade for this moment. This is a major change in our lives. This September, for the first time in 13 years, for the first time in over half our lives, we won't be coming together for the first day of school. As we have done year after year after year after year. We won't be excited to see our new schedules, meet our new teachers, and see our tried and true friends. We each chose a path, and whether it begins tomorrow, or in August, or September, things will never be the same again. But hopefully, we can say that we have made bonds between friends that will never be broken, and we have memories that will last forever. As a previous valedictorian said before me, I cannot attest that I am any more intelligent than my peers. I can attest that I am only best at doing what I am told and working the system. In essence, I have successfully shown that I was the best link. I did what I was told to the extreme, but we are all great thinkers, artists, creative in various areas, and all competent to meet the challenges ahead of us. However, we have not made it here. We have not made the accomplishments we have had without certain individuals. I know that I speak for all of us here today when I would like this time to thank everyone, big and small, who has helped each and every one of us get here. Whether it's a parent, a step-parent, a grandparent, a guardian, an uncle, an aunt, a neighbor, a teacher, a friend, a coach, or even someone that is no longer with us here on earth today, a generous thank you is well deserved. In closing, I would like to finish with the second quote that I thought was extremely fitting. Again, I chose another source that to the devastation of this Murphy, I'm sure, is less than scholarly. However, I feel like no one says it better than Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You are on your own, and you know what you know. You are the one who will decide where to go. Good luck, Orange County graduates, and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanner. This time we'll have a musical selection by the OC Singers. is now my honor and privilege to introduce Mrs. Judy Carter, Chairman of the School Board.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Wonderful. I enjoyed it. From the Orange County School Board, congratulations. You've done it. Here is the day that you have been waiting for a long time. I know that you thought the day would never get here, but it's here, and we say congratulations. We want to wish you success and happiness no matter where you go from today. But the one thing that I would like to say to you is be involved. No matter where you go today, what community you're in, what church you're in, club, family, even school board, be involved in your community and try to make a difference. Stand up for what you believe in, but be polite when you do that. Be sure and thank all the people that helped you get to where you are today. Congratulations!
Thank you, Mrs. Carter. Dr. Grimacy was unable to join us today. He did come yesterday to speak to all of the seniors at our graduation rehearsal. Here to offer remarks on his behalf, we have Mr. Eugene Katalka.
Good morning, and I am representing Dr. Grimacy today. Dr. Grimacy is attending the graduation of a very close family member in Richmond this morning. So, as Mr. Duncan said, he shared his remarks with the class yesterday. He asked me today to reaffirm his congratulations to the class and best wishes to all the graduates and their families, and also to our distinguished faculty members this morning. Although not required this year, I still will be very brief. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2014. It is truly an honor to be here today because this is a special graduation for me as well, as today my youngest graduates. So I get to start on a new adventure. The years have gone by quickly, and we're very proud to recognize all your hard work and dedication to get here today. Today opens new doors, new opportunities, and a chance for great adventures. How many of you remember the movie Up? Put that hand up if you remember that movie Up. Okay, I think you were probably about 7th or 8th grade. But remember the theme of that movie. Life is but a great adventure. For those of you who don't know the story, now I'm going to give you just a brief synopsis of it. It's an inspirational story about Carl and Ellie. They meet as youth, and together they share a passion for life and exploring. Ellie confides in Carl that she has a desire to move her clubhouse to a neighborhood in a cliff overlooking Paradise Falls in South America. Eventually they get married, they grow old together, they restore the house, they plan to have children but they're not able. They're on an adventure, they're on a great adventure. Finally, when Carl raises enough money to go to Paradise Falls, Ellie suddenly becomes ill and dies. Carl and Ellie experience the joys of life, the disappointments, the plans of life that you make that go astray. And we have to change those plans. But it's an adventure. In passing, Ellie left Carl her adventure book. Carl thinks the scrapbook ends on the final page where it says, "Stuff that I'm going to do." Upon reviewing the book further, Carl finds out that his beloved Ellie had actually lived out her great adventure in living with Carl. Although she never made it to Paradise Falls, which was the plan, she loved her adventure in life with Carl. But Ellie leaves Carl with one final thought, and this is the one I want you to hear today. She says, "Thanks for the adventure. Now go have a new adventure. And that's my point today. Life is a many great adventures. It doesn't matter whether you go right or left, or you're going to college or secondary school, or going to work or joining the military. But everybody in this stadium today has a great adventure. From moms to pops to grandparents to aunts and uncles and friends. Life is a great adventure. So today, the challenge and what I want to tell you is, you're done with one adventure. Now go out and have a great adventure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cataldo. Today is an exciting day. Today, you seniors stand at the threshold, ready to leave childhood behind. For you, the years you have invested to arrive at this moment have seemed long and at times difficult. You've worked hard to achieve this, and today we celebrate what you have accomplished. During our meetings this spring, you've also heard me talk about today as a family event, and that it is one of the key ideas I've tried to share with you. No one truly achieves a milestone as significant as this without the help and support of others. Your parents, guardians, families, all those you are surrounded by have been major contributors to the accomplishment we recognize in you today. They all deserve our heartfelt recognition for doing such an amazing job. And I'd like all the graduates to please stand and give a round of applause to all those who have gathered here again to support and celebrate you. Thank you. I'm honored to be here with you today. In just a few minutes, you, the class of 2014, will receive diplomas, and in the moments that follow, I'll have the privilege of introducing you to everyone here as graduates of Orange County High School. Before that happens, though, I will ask you to indulge me as I attempt to share one last lesson with you before you leave. I'll be brief, I promise. I know that folks are here to celebrate you. Throughout all of your years in school, all of your classes, all of the homework assignments, we've all had one goal in mind: your success. As you move forward, there are a few key ideas to remember that will help you along the way. No matter what you pursue in your career, be an active learner. No matter what you do, everything around you is going to advance. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you know it all, or that you know enough. There is always going to be more that you'll need to know if you truly want to succeed. Embrace change. More and more people begin their adult lives with one goal in mind, and then change their direction. And change it again, and again, and again. Today, it is not unusual for adults to change jobs and careers 7 or 8 times or even more. New opportunities will emerge when you least expect them. Don't be afraid of them. Explore them, and then decide how you want to respond. Don't be afraid to fail. I've shared with many of you that I'm especially good at making mistakes because I've had so much practice at it. There are some keys to dealing with failure productively. Accept responsibility for what you've done. Do what you need to do in order to make it right. Learn from it so that you don't make the same mistake again. I can assure you there are enough new mistakes to be made that you don't need to repeat the ones you've already experienced. Sooner or later, everyone is faced with what seems like something impossible to manage, and is still expected to do just that. When you find yourself in that position, I want you to remember an old joke, one you learned in elementary school. Do you remember the joke, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time? The truth is that there's wisdom in that. When you look at something that seems impossible, you look at the task as a whole and see it for what it is, you fail before you ever begin, because you convince yourself that you can't possibly do it. If instead you begin working on the project, working on the impossible, one task at a time, ultimately you finish. When you're faced with an impossible task, look at what needs to be done first. Do that. Move to the next step. Then move to the next and the next. Eventually you'll finish and you'll amaze yourself. We have every confidence there is nothing you will face that you cannot accomplish. The last idea I'll offer is the most difficult to truly act on. Forgive others. Life is a journey, and the most important part of the journey is who we take it with. You've heard that over and over again this morning from your peers talking to you today. Over time, even those people who are closest to us will say or do things that hurt us. Unfortunately, we will also do the same to them. Until we truly forgive them and ourselves, we continue to carry a piece of the pain with us. Truly forgiving them means letting it go, and that frees us at the same time. It is at that same time that things become much more satisfying and much less difficult. Class of 2014, you have shown amazing ability as scholars, as scientists, as athletes, as performers. More importantly, you have shown tremendous character and heart. I wish you much success and happiness. Congratulations. Well done. Principals Awards. The first two awards I want to present today are truly unique. When we think about school, there are very few people that can point to any year and say, I was there every day. I was there. I never missed. There are two among your graduating class who didn't do that just this year, or just this year and last year, or even just for the 4 years of high school. There are two members of your graduating class who have been in school every day for every year, from the first day of kindergarten to today.
How do they do that?
Geraldine Crump, Tiara Green, please come forward.
I would have never made it.
Principals Awards. These awards go to students who have made continued differences to the life of Orange County High School. Stephen Amoruso. Logan Douglas. Juliana Papa. Benjamin Hargan.
Black section.
And John Fletcher.
Oh! Yes, sir.
Without any further delay, it is time to begin delivery of diplomas.
Almost time.
It was a very bad one. In the middle. That's Michael Jamerson. Oh, okay. It's Jamerson.
Marshals, please present our candidates for graduation.
Inya Josephine Inga Agerholm.
I know that too.
Ashley Taylor Aiello. Rebecca Ann Akers. Arathon Giuseppe Alcaron Flores. Alvaro Albo Porro. Ruel Andre Alexander. Megan Grace Ali. Serena Nicole Alley. Stephen Richard Amoruso. Ashley Renee Armstrong. Gavin Pierce Artis. Tron Tyrone Ashford Jr. Nathan Wade Atkinson. Samantha Lee Autry. Patrick Wayne Ayala. Sean Michael Bailey. Alexander Baines. Garnet Wayne Baker. Juanisha Michelle Banks. Amber Nicole Barber. Tabitha Courtney Bard. Jasmine Simone Barkley. Jamie Christine Barr. Rebecca Jane Beach. Brianna Janae Beasley. Janelle Elizabeth Beam. Dakota Marie Bell. Kelsey Ann Bell. Randy Lee Bergman III. Amanda Nicole Barabee. Dylan Michael Bachman. Stephanie Nicole Morgaman. Seth Wellington Boggs. Tristan Alexander Boggs. Brian Lee Bosford. Gabrielle Nicole Bowman. Cassidy Leanne Brackett. Cheyenne Nicole Brammer. Ayana Monet Braxton. Spencer Ryan Breeden. Mariah Tamia Bright. Marissa DeVell Rizalera. Jamia Arlene Brooks. Zachary Ryan Brooks. Gary Elijah Brown. Patrice Renee Brown. Lindsay Diane Brown. Joshua Thomas Brown. Abigail Aaron Browning. Ronald Stewart Buffalo. Sean Michael Bush. Kendall Michelle Campfield. Nathaniel Lee Carey. Nellie Lee Carl. Chelsea Nicole Carneal. Megan Ashley Carpenter. Ashanti Stashia Carter. Diamante Malik Carter. Houston Courtney Carter. John Patrick Carter Jr.
Kendon Katajo Carter. Robert Lewis Carter III. Sean Markwell Carter. Marcus Tyree Childress. Renee Salvador Chinchilla Cruz.
I get that.
Caitlin Elizabeth Centella. Julian Thomas Siskanik. Damian McKay Clark. Triana Michelle Clopton.
You know?
Christian Andrew Floor. Brian Michael Colberg. Trevor Wade Coleman. Isaiah Gory Coleman Combs. Cabriana Marie Collins. Nathan James Collins. Jessica Lynn Corbin. Nathaniel Roy Corner. Holly Nicole Costello. Robin Marie Costello. Ariel Christina Corshane. Caroline Virginia Crane. Arthur Canaro Crowe. Geraldine Martina Crump. Kevin Omar Davila Hines. Brooke Ashley Davis.
There's Doug.
Kenisa Everett Davis. Phoenix May Davis. Dominique Dimitri DeBerry. Douglas Alexander DeHart. Richard Austin DeSimone.
Yep.
Stephanie Michelle Devine. Eder Jesus Diaz Avila. Eric Francisco Diaz Avila.